I always get caught in the way. You used to say love me that should never change. I always get caught in the way. You used to say love me that should never change.
Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, smoke weed, do it live, do it live. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Thank you for the hearts, thank you for the love, thank you for the shares. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whenever time you're watching this is the Burn Live Show where we marijuana keeping you connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers' eye red, keeping underage smoking off social media, killing ourselves for your entertainment. How are y'all doing? Welcome to another show. Sorry I didn't go live last night. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? I'm God, man. I see y'all up here. I see y'all up in here. I see you. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay. How y'all doing? Today's show, we're gonna be going over a lot of things. A lot of things that's going on, a lot of things that we need to catch up on. I seen this one episode, this one article I really had to talk about. It was just like, oh my God, I couldn't believe that this was really going on. So I really had to talk about it, yo. I really had to talk about it. And instead of me talking about it, y'all, I already got the video pulled up to even show y'all what's going on. So let me pull the video up. Look at this, y'all. This is in Africa. Let's do the big picture. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me not just waste y'all time. I'm trying to music, y'all. Let me show y'all this. That's in Africa. Okay? That just happened. I need a better one. Since they don't want to talk about it. There we go. Look at this. Chilling. You see this man chilling, selling his stuff? Then, boom! Come on. What? And the flabbergasted penalties was that. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Look at this. I haven't been able to get no real reports on it. I just seen it. So I had to stop what I was doing. Going live. This is happening technically in Africa. Look, they like, I'm shutting down shop. It's over. We're closed. Look at that big ripple that you see in the concrete. That is amazing. Yet again, y'all, I have been trying to.
The urgent investigation into the
Here we go.
massive explosion caught on camera.
Here we go.
A street in central Johannesburg during rush hour, killing at least one person and leaving dozens injured. Lama Hassan has the latest. Good morning, Lama.
Yeah, good morning to you, DeMarco. Well, this incredible security video captures the exact moment the explosion rips apart one of the busiest roads in downtown Johannesburg, tossing cars and several minibuses into the air. And then the frightening moments after the explosion, you can see people frantically running away, trying to escape. The blast killing one person and injuring more than 48 others. Some were rushed to the hospital for their injuries. Emergency teams on the scene rescuing some commuters who were trapped in their cars, warning people to stay away, fearing there would be a second explosion. Now, the extent of the damage spanning 5 blocks and at least 6 roads with cracks running down them. Authorities launching an urgent investigation.
So they don't know if it's an explosion, gas leak, bomb. Like, y'all don't know nothing. That is like what's amazing to me is like we don't know nothing. And when y'all seen in the video, them minibuses got at least 5 feet off the ground.
The blast, one theory points to an underground gas line, but the local gas company says there were no significant leaks. Authorities say that the next 72 hours are critical.
Did I just say it? I just said it. It's got to be a gas leak. Oh no, the gas leak. There was no gas leak. Come on, man. There was no gas leaks. That's hard to believe. That's hard to grasp. That it is.
The area remains sealed off with emergency medical services and firefighters on standby as they try to conclude their investigation. Eva.
Lama Hassan for us here. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great
stuff, y'all, going on. That is wow. Y'all, like I said, this is a marijuana channel where we do smoke, we do get high, we do learn more than just about marijuana on this page. This is a political page. If you don't like this page, I do got I'm sorry, but I know this is a marijuana page and we got political. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't think we were supposed to be getting political on here like this, but it accidentally happened.
Like Jason Aldean ain't gonna.
So if you think that this is the channel for you, I highly appreciate it. Share this out, love this, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that notification, because I go live daily, live streaming. Y'all, anybody been hearing about this country singer that's been going on? I wish you would happen in my small town. Have anybody heard about that? If you haven't heard about the small town, man, it's started very big controversial. And I got this. I did a story on it yesterday. I actually played the song. I think the song is nice. YouTube and Facebook are trying to knock us down for people that are playing the song, but they're not going to stop me from playing other people that are talking about the song, and so we can hear their opinion. It's all over social media. Jason Aldean. Come on, man. Listen to this guy explain his side.
Racists like Jason Aldean ain't gonna do. You can try, but you ain't gonna do nothing. This song is literally about Sundown Town. It is the purest form of racism. And trust me, Jason Aldean ain't the only one that's thinking.
I listened to the song. I'm black. There was nothing racist about that song. Let me put that first and foremost, and let me say that. A small town, we grew up, and you're not black small towns, white small towns. You're not going into no small town doing nothing stupid. What this man is saying is totally incorrect and ignorant. I just want to put that out there before we finish.
Thinking like this.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the racist right there. Thinking that everything that you saw in that video was strictly towards black people. Some of y'all didn't even watch the video. There's white people committing those same acts of crime that black people do.
Wait till you see this.
Let's go see, y'all.
He goes on in one of his tweets to say how the song's not.
White people first. I got the white people first. The white man go first. Okay. So we're gonna hear them, and then we're gonna hear what black people really think about Jason Aldean.
Not about race. It's not a racist song at all. That doesn't mention race nowhere in it. No, it doesn't. But the video heavily leans on the ideas of the BLM protest, and definitely leans on the idea that if you start a protest in our town, we're going to you up. So it's a very racist video, in my opinion.
Racists like Jason Aldean ain't gonna do. You can try, but you ain't gonna do nothing. This song is literally about Sundown Town.
He couldn't wait to make a video about this. Y'all see the rings? I noticed that. You see right there. You see the ring in that man's eyes. Like, oh man, he had to get close up, make sure he was visible. Like, come on.
Like Jason Aldean ain't gonna do. You can try, but you ain't gonna do nothing. This song is literally about Sundown Town. It is the purest form of racism. And trust me, Jason Aldean ain't the only one that's thinking like this.
He chose to highlight footage from Black Lives Matter protests. Are you following me now?
Yeah, the person
we're not
in
following
the face
you.
of the cop was a white lady. These people are so stupid. I'll let them finish.
Yeah, let him finish.
Protests that didn't happen because a bunch of delusional people were upset that an orange orangutan lost an election. A bunch of sore losers, you know? Instead,
Well, I love people like to call people that are Trump supporters sore losers, and they forget that when Trump was in office, they was complaining about, oh my God, he shouldn't be in office. We heard it for 4 years. I had to go find some heavy dosage marijuana because all the bullshit I used to hear. I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to talk about that? We're not allowed to talk about bring it up. Okay.
chose footage from people who are angry over injustice.
Oh.
Innocent people
Looting.
getting killed.
No, looting and killing.
I love how people, when they want to sound intelligent, and I thought I'd see this in another video, a person was explaining it, when people try to sound intelligent, they want to talk slow so you can understand. get what they're. You talking slow is not helping the situation out at all.
Killing and hurting people and
At
bludgeoning
all.
people is their concern. That's what it is, white lady? Okay.
The hands of police.
Jason Aldean is from Macon, Georgia, population 150,000, and Homestead, Florida, population 80,000, because it's basically a suburb of Miami. And he shot that music video to go along with this racist dog whistle song in Columbia, Tennessee, which has a population of 43,000. Conversely, I'm from a tiny little town that has never once had more than 2,000 people in it as long as it's existed. So, quite frankly, he can take his small town country cred and shove it straight up his chocolate whiz way. Jason Aldean ain't nothing but a big city boy in small town drag.
All right. Now, you see the white man virtue signaling, calling Jason Aldean a racist. But then we looked at black people's response. Roll the clip.
I ain't got no problem with the song. Everybody want to talk about is racist, is this, he talking about lynching. I'm talking about Jason Aldean's video, the one they want to pull. I ain't got no problem with the motherfucker.
On the surface, they say that it's because it's dog whistling to racism. But you and I know that the liberals will stretch like Mr. Fantastic to attach anything to racism. And if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it doesn't allude to anything racist at all.
Got a gun that my granddad gave me. What? They say one day they're gonna round up and that shit might fly in the city.
Whenever you trigger liberals, it is a great day in America. They're mad even though their rap music's lyrics is all about taking each other's lives, giving each other drugs, smack that hoe, whoop that trick, come get this wop. Yeah, sure, there's crime in small towns. The difference is how it's handled and not tolerated. It's called being civilized.
And you try some crazy stuff in a small town, yeah, for lack of a better word, you probably gonna get dealt with. That goes for any skin color, because the South is protective over its own. So, man, can we please stop the fake outrage? It's a lot of things that we could be mad about. This ain't one of them.
So, guys, since everyone's been calling that new Jason Aldean song racist, I decided to do some investigating of my own, and I listened to the song, and the entire song is actually about criminals. Are these people assuming he's talking about black people? And if they're assuming he's talking about black people, when the entire song is about criminals, doesn't that make them the racist?
Jason Aldean is what I do believe his name is. Now, he made a song called Try That in a Small.
Come on, y'all. Country music is making it to the hoods of America. And people going on TikTok and putting their opinions in, but I'm talking about hoods. Niggas probably throwing up gang signs. Come on, man. Everybody throw your gang signs up. Everybody put Twitter fingers up. Put Twitter fingers up. Come on now. Still making good music. It's good music. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna keep y'all on this depressed mode with this negativity. I did see another video I want to discuss. Okay?
Americans are moving to Japan.
This is an interesting article. You heard it a little bit. Is America's moving to Japan? I'm curious about what's going on with this one, y'all. I wanted to explore this. I seen this earlier. I have not seen this video, so this is gonna be my live reaction to it. But I feel like this video needs some attention. Okay, I do. I noticed I've been starting to share my videos out to like my school teachers and stuff like that, and like people who normally I wouldn't share my video out to. But I noticed nowadays, since we supposed to be in this sort of supporting each other and people like that, I've been having to share my video out to the not norm to try to help get my message out and see that I'm trying to do positive things, not because I smoke weed and everybody want to look at me negative, but these issues that I bring up, these subjects that I talk about need to be discussed. I really want them to be spreaded, shared, sat down, and y'all discuss it. If y'all not watching my video, y'all may look in it for 2 seconds, but then go do your research on your own and I would highly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am definitely am looking for, is that little bit of research that it would take for us to get better on what matters to us.
Okay. For its safety and affordability. Insider story. By the way, can you guys imagine Ricky living in Japan?
Yeah.
Right? What would happen? What's your name? You know,
Sumo wrestling, maybe.
The number of Americans relocating to Japan has seen a steady rise, with 6,642 individuals making a move in 2022. The population of American expats in Japan has reached 60,804, a significant increase of 57,000 in 2020, according to the country's Ministry of Justice.
Wow.
Safety is a primary motivator for Americans choosing Japan as their new home. As Veronica Hansen, who moved to Japan with her family, explains, my children had to do active shooter drills. I just exploded and said, we don't have to stay here. Let's go. The country's reputation for safety and minimal presence of gun violence provides a sense of security. Affordability is another key factor driving the migration. Alex Evans, who moved to rural Mukaishima Island, emphasizes the cost advantages, saying, for a 3-bedroom house, I pay 65,000 yen, which is the same as $463 a month.
Nice.
If I were in Hiroshima, my rent would be more expensive. So any consideration of wanting to move to Japan? Ricky, I'll go to you first.
I have a, you know what I wanted to go, what I would want to see, Pat? How many of those are Japanese Americans versus just Americans?
So keep in mind, this is an insider story.
Right.
Insider story is typically leaning left. So the story they're trying to say, I don't know if you caught two or three.
That's which I moved to Japan. I like how he asked that question. Are there American Japans that's moving back? Or are there full Americans like me that has nothing to do with Japan, don't know nothing about Japan, like, fuck it, I want to leave this country. Let me go out there. That's a good question. Those are things I want to figure out. And right now, like he's saying, this is a leftist ideology trying to get people to move out of town. With countries under attack, the way they under attack, why are we trying to move out of town, out of the country? Because that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm really truly thinking about this subject. And he asked that first question. With everything getting attacked the way it's getting attacked, why am I trying to move? What's the sense of me moving? What make that make sense? Yeah. See, when you explain that part to me and you get that part other graphs, and we get a chart that
comments they made,
I totally cut
gun,
it.
training, and I have to be careful with this and be careful with that. So all this stuff about America, this is why I want to go over there.
Yeah, I think it's, look, here's the reality behind things. I love Mexico. When we go, me and Erica, we have property in Mexico. We have family in Mexico. I love Mexico. And Mexico's, when it comes out to gun violence, is a lot more dangerous than America is, right? Because a lot of people don't know that you can't, it's not legal to carry guns in Mexico. But yet all the criminals in Mexico have the guns, and they many times in gunfights, they outdo the military in Mexico. And so, but I would.
Did y'all hear that? Anybody heard that? In Mexico, it's against the law to have a gun, to carry a gun. The criminals all have guns. They have so much guns, criminals, that they outshoot the military. Let alone, we know, the police, but the military. Can somebody really explain it to me? We not picking that up. We're not putting that down. The military, okay.
Would still not want to move to Mexico, though it's supposedly, that's home or whatever it is. It's the motherland, but I wouldn't want to go back.
How come? Safety?
No, it's just because this is like, okay, good. You could live in Japan for $400 a month. Where's your life gonna go? What legacy you're gonna leave behind? Like, how many people are building businesses over there? You can say, wow, look what they left for their kids. Like, I'm looking at Pat right now. We went to his house to go have dinner earlier. By the way, incredible dinner, Pat. I don't even know what Saturday at the beginning. It was just like a bunch of green stuff. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat it,
Some meatballs.
And then I just saw meatballs. I'm like, I'm going for that immediately. But it was, so anyway, So I'm like, Pat has a couple, guys, security guards here. He lives in a good neighborhood. You have to say you're like his guards are his there's people in his gate before you go in. They're armed. There's people going around 24 hours. Like, bro, why don't you just build a business and go live in a safer neighborhood? Like, I don't have to worry about that happening in my neighborhood. I live in a gated neighborhood, 24-hour security. I don't ever think about, my nephew's going to get killed by gun violence. That is just, you might. The only place I would have to worry about that is where I grew up at East Bakersfield, where that makes sense. But why don't you go, instead of running away from building something big, why don't you stay where you're at, build something big, and get out of the neighborhoods that potentially can have those things happen? Because like this whole shooting, there's guns everywhere, that's a bunch of bullshit. It's not true. Yeah, we have a lot of guns everywhere, but they also don't tell you how many times guns have prevented mass murders and how they protected families. You go to Japan, yeah, cool, bro. Nobody has guns, but the government can turn on you whenever you want. Like, it's so crazy to think that giving the power, the government.
Another point he just made. You're not allowed to have a gun, but you don't know when the government can turn on you. We here in America don't like the government as it is. Both sides, right or left, always complain about the government. Oh, the government's doing this, the government's doing that. I can't stand this, I can't stand that. You always will hear it. You constantly hear it. But yet again, you hear the same things like, you don't want the government to run us. So why you letting the government telling us that we don't need guns? And we'll bring up the show like The View and have them women speaking, beautiful, marvelous. Some of the most beautifulest sounds that you will ever hear coming out of these people's faces and stuff like that. So it's just like, come on, man. I'd be curious on the selection of things that we let progress and things that we let go on, and then we say that we don't want the government to happen. Then you also have the same people like, I don't care what the government was going to do. It's interesting how people look at situations. Like, people would look at me as a pothead, but you don't want to look at me as a Republican or a Trump. Selective thinking. Why you just can't look at people as a human being? We are going to be under attack from other countries. We need our guns to protect us. I don't want to go to another country where I can't protect myself and I'm expecting the government to do their job. And we know how governments are. Everybody quick to want, the government's corrupt. That's why I can be corrupt. And I heard this statement every day. The government's corrupt, so I can be corrupt. Okay. One day, that's kind of got to stop. Just a little bit. Just maybe a smidget. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
That much power over you, and some people literally want to do that. That's excruciating to my brain to think that you will only want the government to have power over who controls the guns. Every time that's worked out, every time that's happened, it's never worked out good for the population. So no, I wouldn't move. I don't care. I don't care if gun violence went up by 100% in America. I still wouldn't move because I could still move to a safer neighborhood and I could have security like you do. And that's it. That's does it have to really resort to? Yeah, bro, we're humans. That's what it has to be resort to. People have been killing each other. Do you guys forget the first murder in human history was Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel. It was one brother killing the other. You're never gonna run away from this shit. Like, come on, get real, bro. Like, people are going to kill each other no matter where you go.
For a second there, I thought Adam killed Eve. I was like, I got to reread.
I'm sure he thought about it.
I got to reread that story.
I'm sure he thought, like
I don't remember that.
Came in Dave,
don't give this guy any ideas, bro. My name's Adam. I can't have that on my record.
Dave, think about this. The first murder in human history were God's grandchildren, literally. They were like, it's like Adam and Eve, thank God. That was grandpa. His grandkids killed each other. And you think that you're going to run away from this when this is part of our DNA, no matter where you go in the world. Sometimes you guys forget that Japan went to China and threw the babies up in the sky and would catch them with bayonets with the knives and their guns. Like, you don't know your history if you think Japan is so peaceful. I also have a very bad history when it comes down to that. They went into China, threw them up in the air.
Let's go throw babies up in the air and catch them on the pitchforks of your shotguns and your rifles.
And would catch them with the knife of their bayonets. Read your history book, see if you still want to move to Japan.
Yeah, my father was born during World War II, and he was 2 years old and was taught during World War II by my aunt, his older sister, how to play dead in the streets in Manila because the Japanese go through the city and bayonet everything.
Bayonet everything. Am I lying?
Yeah.
The Japanese Empire was absolutely vicious. One of the most ruthless militaries ever.
Sure.
They have been a lot cooler since then, but they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad for a while, just for the record.
So during my time in the Marine Corps, I got stationed there for a year. So I lived in Japan for a year on Okinawa. And I can tell you this about Japanese people. They're very disciplined.
Yeah.
They're very kind people. They love their family. I mean, if you talk about safety and security and education, by the way, you see the way Japanese teach the kids how much further advanced they are in terms of intellect and understanding subject matters. They're way out there. So, if you're looking at a safe country to go to where your money can go, I mean, people leave all the time to come to America.
Yep.
We're facing a time right now. People are leaving America. I can't tell you how many times in our office we do BOMs on a weekly basis, twice a week in our offices. I can tell how many times people are saying, you know what, let me go to Panama, let me go to Belize, let me go to Japan, Singapore. Let me leave America because the product of America isn't as shiny and strong and as attractive as it once used to be. And it hurts me because I'm a patriot. I've served this country and I love our home. But people aren't thinking about I got a guy DMing right now because he's not wanting to leave Thailand. He's in Pattaya Beach, Thailand. He loves Thailand. And when you're looking at these stats, when you're looking at other countries making themselves attractive to Americans, yeah. What do you say, Patrick? If you don't take care of your people, somebody else will.
Somebody else will.
I'll say one thing.
I like that message before he go on. If you don't take care of your people, somebody else will. I'm gonna get off here just for a hot second and go deeper into that thought. Not only are they gonna lie to us and manipulate us and tell us that, oh yeah, I'm gonna take care of your people. You really think they're gonna sit out there and take care of you? Huh? They got stricter laws. Did you hear them say that Japan are very strict? Like, they kids go to school, you know what I'm saying? They got a high graduation law. They military, like, they got things that happen that take place that you cannot knock and get away from. Are y'all really be ready for stuff like that? I don't think people get the grasp of like, yo, they go, well, be in that bed by 10 o'clock. I can't eat this certain prayer. I can't have this certain religion. I can't smoke this, do this. I can't do this or do this. About females, just like Dubai and other countries, you female, you really can't do this. You can't do that. Okay. Now, humble people that don't break the law are necessarily moving out these countries and giving data back. Oh yeah, it's beautiful, man. Yeah, you don't break the law. Go ask a criminal what he's out in the country doing. You're not gonna get that answer. Why? Because he's gonna have his face masked up. You're not gonna know. This is all you're gonna see. If somebody's so masked up, you ain't gonna know who that is. This is what you're gonna see. Hey, yeah, man, this is what I'm doing out here in the other country, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I gotta be secretive and I don't wanna show you, and this is my big pound of wheat. You're not gonna see who he is. You're gonna see his name. Like my name is right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna see. You know? This is how you ask America if he's out in the other country. This is how he's gonna look. Okay? Now you ask somebody that don't break the law. Yeah, I don't break the law. Of course. Yeah, man, I'm out in America. I'm real estate, man. These people treat me nice. Yes, because you're helping their country look good. You're helping. Yet again, let's rewind. You're helping their country look good. Are you really going to sit up there and really feel like that country is up there protecting you? Are you really going to feel like that country is up there protecting you? Has your interest at heart? Okay. And you see me not disagree with you. I'm just going to say okay. But here in America, you know that the interest is in your favor. It's been proven through history. Violence, like the man said, you can't get away with violence. But y'all really think that these other countries, I'm glad I got my map up here so I can always be naming them. You know, South America, Africa, you know what I'm saying? You really think these India, you really think these countries, Australia, you really think these places are really going to take care of you, mate? Huh, mate? Hey, mate, go on out there, mate. Go on, pack your suitcase. Go on, take that flight on out there and go and do what you got to go and do here. And see how fast you come back. Especially the ones that ain't got big businesses. You just want to go out there and live. I just don't. My family. I'm tired of them getting shot. Nigga, I had 8 kids. Now I got 4. Understandable. Move in a nice neighborhood. Stop listening to rap music. Teach your kids defense. Stop sleeping with Hoover Jack jeans and leaving your kids at home to protect themselves. Those things matter. Those things do take place here in America. So don't say, oh, man, Mike, Peach, what you talking about, bro? You talking that nonsense. Yeah, man, no. This shit happens. You know? Unfortunately, some of the mothers that had to take 2 jobs, the fathers that had to take 2 jobs, didn't have the time to take 5, 6 kids. You couldn't, the siblings raised each other. And I got a lot of people that hit me with that story, man. We raised ourselves. Okay.
I love America. Like,
Amen.
I mean, I love this country, born and raised in this country. My great-grandparents fled the Bolshevik Revolution. Grandparents fled Nazi Germany. Like, I love America. I'm so thankful that I'm born in America. What did Jamie Dimon say about America recently? Like, we were dealt an amazing hand. We have peaceful neighbors on the north, Canada, Mexico, besides Ricky. And then we have the Atlantic Ocean, and we have the Pacific Ocean. We have capitalism. We have free markets. It's an amazing situation that we have here. And rather than cut and run and move to a different country, that's what I think is so amazing about what we do here, having these conversations. How can we improve our country? We are still the greatest country on earth, okay, by far. And it's incumbent on all of us to have these types of conversations. What can we do to improve?
Number one country that people want to move to. Just throwing that out there while you try to go to other
But
countries.
the politicians on both sides are fucking it up. Their approval ratings are in the dustbin. And it's, I think that's what's so powerful about what we do here. So let's figure this thing out.
Yeah, I'm part of stories like this. When you read it, you have no idea how many of these guys moved there because of COVID, because of school, and because of education, because of families, because of military, because of a job opportunity, because of, one of the, when you were in the Army, people wanted to go to Japan to be English teachers and school teachers. It was an easy job to have, and you're right next to Okinawa. It was a good base. It was a great place to find a wife. It's lesser of a hookup culture, so maybe not good for you. But Japan.
But Pat, you've said something that I just want to bring up.
Yeah.
You
don't get upset. I'm sure there's some hooking up going on. I know you don't want to get upset about it, but
thick skin. You've given the restaurant analogy about America.
Yes.
And that still rings true. And you've also brought up the number one concern for a parents, but mothers specifically, is their children's safety.
For sure.
Like, if your kids are not safe, you're going to move. Move
Sheena talks about
neighborhoods,
it all
like
the
Ricky's
time.
talking about, move countries. The restaurant analogy, I think, is still very, very good analogy that you use about America. I don't know if you want to explain that right now.
America's got a waiting room of people wanting to come here, leading the world with 41 million immigrants that are here. There's no such thing as the Russian dream or the, Japanese dream or the Chinese dream. There's only the American dream. And that's
Yeah, I heard that. I'm glad he said that. I'm glad I paused it right there because it's only the American dream. This year, 2020 on up is okay. I'm gonna say it like this. How our ancestors wanted us to be is how America is today. The people that's fighting against that ideology of building America to be one of the best successful countries without ripping from its pocket. Okay? That's what I want y'all to understand and see and grasp when I'm playing these videos and I'm telling you about this war that's coming. People want America to be a good country, but also be able to rip from its pockets. When our ancestors, and I'm talking to all of us, if they came over here any which way or way inch winny, you got to understand that your people's put in the time, sweat, and tears and love into this country to build this country for you. People that's right now spending the time on it doing what we doing. And we got to preserve this country. We got to preserve this country for the future. No matter how you see fit, you got to preserve this country for the future. So it can be something for us to cherish. If we can't cherish this country, I don't know, man. I'm noticing that there's a lot of podcasts of people speaking positive, and you know what I'm saying? They're getting a lot of results and they're getting a lot of views out there. They're making pretty good content. And you need to start speaking like how much do they love America? When they going to get down to the heart and nitty gritty of some stories? Quit talking about the gossiping of somebody's life just because it's getting ruined because of a camera. Hello, how you doing? And that's what I want people to realize, that I want y'all to see. Quit getting ruined, because when you do that, it's not very cute. It's not. It's really not.
That's going to be there. But the part about that is we have to do our part to keep it that way.
Yeah. Correct.
You know, Yankees, they haven't won a, what do you call it? World
Championship?
Series since what? 2009,
Well,
right?
they just got a new owner.
Hey,
So
yeah.
give
Right.
them
Good news for that part. But you think about it.
Pat Steinbrenner over here.
You think about it in any place you're in. For you to be arrogant to think it's going to be like this forever, you're a fool.
Yeah.
So if you like.
Bros, if we don't step up and try to step our game up and do what we need to do. I love this country. And like I have said multiple times, I just wanted to smoke weed and come on and start a podcast. This is basically just smoking weed and talking about real serious topics. It did get political because I felt like nobody's getting into this political realm and talk about things that truly matters to us. Everybody want to shy away from these topics that really does matter. We want to act like the stuff does not matter, and that I cannot.
You know, something really exciting, that you are going to start the fertility process and pursue single motherhood. Now, I feel like you've spoken about this before, so I know it's something you wanted to do.
Turns out I now have a known donor. I went through California Cryobank. Fantastic experience. And at 18, my future child, God willing, will be able to know the name, identity, and last known location of their father.
Wow.
Because you reunited with that person, want to be found?
Yes,
They do.
that's
They
part
sign
of what
up
I
for that.
paid extra for.
Yeah.
Literally, quite literally. Yeah.
But you're also dating again. And I heard your dentist
Yes.
set you up.
So this the shit y'all be watching on TV? They just in there clapping it up for single motherhood, huh? She taking fertility drugs and now she dating. So this man gonna stick with her while she pregnant with a sperm donor. His sperm worked perfectly fine, but then he's supposed to marry her after that. Oh yeah, he's gonna have to be rich too.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. When I stumbled across this video right here, guys, it was confirmation to me that we are truly living in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world. And quite honestly, I really don't have much hope for the black community, who I got to be honest with you, we do contribute a lot to the chaos and why we are living in Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world. And rants like this, like the one that Ebony K. Williams is going to go on here, promoting single motherhood by choice, is exactly what I'm talking about, okay? As, again, she clearly is an agent of chaos, along with a lot of other black women who have a platform that seem to now be promoting this trend of N-words, okay? Black men, that's what they mean, N-words. I don't need you, right? All I need is a bag, which is what Keke Palmer came out here and announced to the world in response to the backlash she received for disrespecting her boyfriend, her baby daddy, in public at an Usher concert. Take a look.
I'm hood and I'm bougie. Sing it. I don't need a only thing I need is a bag. Little booties matter. My son gave me some ass. I'm my own boss and I got my own cash. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need is a bag.
Yeah, textbook toxic feminism right there, right? The downfall of modern society, okay? And, it's one thing when you see somebody like Sexy Red do this, or Suki with the good you-know-what. When they come out here and they act ignorant, right, you can't really blame them too much because they were probably raised in a household of single mothers. They was raised in the hood. That's all they know is ignorance, right? But when you see Keke Palmer do this, and then you have Ebony K. Williams here who's going to openly advocate for black women to abandon black men and just be single mothers, I don't know what the excuse is, right? I mean, the excuse is just you're just willingly pushing the worst behaviors and the worst possible things on black people or black women that you can think of, okay? I mean, this is the downfall of the black community. And these people, whether they be uneducated black women or educated black women, they're promoting this stuff, right? All of them happen to be probably liberal, right? They're all liberal. They're all progressive. This is what they're pushing, okay? So without further ado, I want to react to Ebony K. Williams and her basically advocating for black women to, again, abandon relationships with black men and instead opt for single motherhood by choice because she has been unsuccessful in regards to finding a black man to be with, okay? And, I mean, I don't think that is really a black man problem. It's really a man problem because she's had all kinds of men. She's been with all kinds of men, according to her, right? So, it's not really a black man issue. It's really an Ebony K. Williams issue, right? But she hasn't realized that yet, okay? So she's taking her bitterness out by telling other black women to be miserable like her, okay? But except they're not rich and they're not famous. So the consequences are going to be more than just bitterness. It's going to be abject poverty, right? Which, again, apparently people like Ebony K. Williams, that's what she wants for black women. So let's listen to her in this extremely silly rant.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests.
Well, I mean, again, that's the problem. It ain't about you, right? It's not solely about you. That's the whole point of a relationship. It's supposed to be about both of you guys and the kids. And again, you have the wrong mindset, right? Your mindset is screwed up, which is why she has come to this screwed up conclusion, okay? Because for her, it's all about her and she's selfish, right? So again, this is what she's promoting, okay? This is what she's promoting.
And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships,
insufficient, right? Insufficient
does not have to come at the expense of motherhood. Well, frankly, it's a whole new world. a world in which Black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of Black sperm.
Dismally small supply of Black sperm. Boy, I just can't. I just can't right now. I really can't.
Because most Black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families. And that means we want Black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey.
Good luck. That's all I can say to that. Good luck. Have a nice time. Have a nice trip. Woo.
Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of Black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single Black women who think this may be an option, either now or maybe later. Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new Black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of Black sperm. It's set to open its doors in D.C. later this year.
Apparently, there's a shortage of Black sperm. Guys, do you hear this? I mean, seriously, do you hear the words that are coming out of this woman's mouth? This woman is supposed to be educated, right? And this is what she's saying, okay? There's not a shortage of Black sperm. This woman is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy. And her standards are probably too high. Like, for example, she claimed that she left her dude during the pandemic because he wanted to spend time with his kids.
You know what? This quarantine, I think, like a lot of couples, Wendy, it made us tell the truth about our relationship.
How long were you with him before quarantine?
Almost 4 years.
Did you live with him at the time of quarantine?
I'll tell you what happened. He actually did not quarantine with me. He has 3 children, 2 of which are young adults, and he chose to quarantine in New Jersey with his semi-adult children. And for me, listen, I'm not a parent yet, so I get that they're number 1.
Right.
But I need to be number 1, Wendy.
Yeah, so it sounds to me like homie dodged a bullet, okay? Because the borderline infertile feminist Black woman is telling him that, hey, you got to put me first, even over your children. Again, it's just amazing stuff. It really is. Again, I wonder what she brings to the table that she thinks makes her so great, right? So great that no man can meet her, high standards.
I don't even know. That's amazing. That's why I always go to him to at least get one story before I get up off of her. That's crazy. Y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all all day. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever time y'all watching this. It's been a lovely time chilling with you guys. Have a good day. Peace.